Hey guys,
Welcome back to Forward Farming.
how the heck are ya?
We're here. We made it. It took someone's knocking at my door. It took a hot second to get here.
It always does, but that's
We
okay.
we,
We're here.
we always get here. Just need a little reboot.
hmm
Uh, all right. Hold on one sec. You just talk amongst yourself.
I don't have anything to talk amongst myself about.
All right, I'm
Um,
back.
okay, good. I'm glad that was a short conversation.
The internet must not be working. Well, no, it is because my internet's working. I don't know. I think it went out for a second though, so sometimes the TV takes a little bit to reboot. The boys are down in the barn, and Sophia is trying to watch TV. But with no internet, it's a national crisis.
Yeah, I know how that goes. I feel you there.
Yeah, she just keeps knocking on the door. Like, I can't make it go faster, girl. You just gotta be patient.
You know what's really fun is what's going on down at the barn. You should go check that out.
Right, like go swing. Although it's kind of raining right now, so
Oh,
she missed her ride down.
that's fair. That's
Yeah,
that's a bummer.
A
But
little
hey, what about
storm action
that?
going on.
What about that rain, huh?
Oh, $1 million rain! I tell you what. How much
Did you guys get a
get?
lot? Um, I'd say probably close to 3 inches total this over the
Oh
span
wow.
of the week. Not at one time, but different parts during the week. So it was good. We got
Yeah.
nothing too scary or anything. Just good rain, which is always nice and appreciated.
Yeah, we got when that first band came through, whatever day that was. It we got just about 2 inches, and then we had a little bit earlier today. I don't think it really amounted to much, and maybe yesterday, like I don't know, 6/100ths or something. Not much, but heck, we'll take 2 inches of rain.
No kidding. Yeah, I think we're supposed to get another band tonight, maybe, hopefully, and then I don't know what's after that. I try not to look past tomorrow anymore. We have another air quality alert. I think the whole state is in it today, which is kind of a bummer.
Ours has been pretty good. Although this morning we did notice, hold on, I feel like I'm echoing. Cannot be changed while recording. Well, screw you.
I think
Okay,
when you
whatever.
edit it, though, it'll be fine.
Okay. Sorry, everyone. Like I'm gonna edit this. No, I'm not. Anyway, so yeah, this morning it was hard to tell if it was like smoky or just a little like foggy out. But I was talking with a girl up in Canada, and you could see like it was super smoky up there. None of the fires were really by her, but it was just super smoky. So that's exciting.
It is. This has been going on for a long time, like 6 weeks at least.
And the weird thing is, I don't watch the news very much, but like I don't see it really. Besides last
Right.
week or the week before, whenever the air was like really bad, you don't really hear about the fire. Like,
Right. And do you remember a couple years ago when with like the Australian wildfires and how much coverage we were getting on that here?
yeah.
It's like save the koalas, save the wildlife, buy these t-shirts to save the koalas, which is
Do
great.
do
But
we
what
not care
about
about our poor Canadians? I don't know.
all the moose up in Canada? What about all of the bear cubs? Like there's stuff up there too, guys. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
it
just thinking
is.
about that.
It is strange, but at the same time, like maybe it is on the news and I just haven't been seeing it. But I usually get my
True.
news from like Facebook, Instagram, like But still, I haven't seen any like articles posted about it, which is a little weird. But I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess if you're in Canada, hopefully they're not by you and hopefully they're not affecting you too much. But it really does scare me for them, like when the air quality can be so bad down here. Like, how is it up there for them then? Like I don't know. That's got to be rough.
Yeah, if you're a Canadian listener and there's like some website or a resource where you can donate or send aid, let us know and we'll get that posted to help you guys out because it's been going on for
Yeah.
quite a while.
maybe when we get done here, I'll see if I can find anything and put it in the show notes. But yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
ask some of the Canadians. Eh?
A.
We care about you, eh?
We
All right.
do. We do.
We
How
don't really have a. I was just gonna say we don't really have an agenda for this episode. It's kind of our final farewell for a little bit here. Wow.
God, we're not breaking up. We're just
No, but
taking a
like
summer vacation.
we got a lot of shit going on, so
We do. We try to take 2 breaks during the year. We usually take one in the summer for a little bit, and then we take one around the holidays for a little bit just to break up the action, refresh, recharge. Becca, you've got big things coming up. I've got a little bit of travel coming up. So we're just going to take like a month or so off and just focus on things
I
and
think
come
though,
back.
while we're off, you guys aren't gonna miss
Oh, yeah.
us because we're gonna do some like replays of our favorite episodes, and I was thinking too it'd be fun to play a couple of like everyone else's favorite episodes. So we'll have to put a poll up on our Instagram, and you guys can tell us like what episode you want. But there were some good ones early on. There were some bad ones, but there were some good ones, and I just think for the new listeners, it would be eye-opening to replay them.
Yeah, if you haven't gone all the way back through the archives and want to listen to some of our casual mentions that we bring up every once in a while, if you're not in on the inside jokes, maybe this will help get you up to speed.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel
we're
like-
definitely gonna have to replay the Loon Liquor one.
Oh yeah. It might be a little Christmassy, but that's fine.
Don't,
Christmas in July.
Just probably don't go to like the first episode we did. I'm guessing
Yeah,
it's
you remember how
cringy.
bad our first introduction was? It was so bad.
It took us so long to do.
And it was not worth it. Anyway, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, good times. All right. I don't know. I guess before we get into whatever we're going to talk about, do you want to like do some highs and lows for the week?
Yeah.
I don't know why. Just like I like bringing this back. I've had fun with it.
The highs and lows?
Yeah.
Yeah,
did
it's
it for
fun
a
to
long
talk.
time.
We did. And we just celebrated, what, is this our 3rd year? I think we started in July.
Oh yeah, we did. Was
think
it
it's our
2019? Is it?
Or is
Or
it
was it
4?
2020?
I think
it might
this
be
is our
4.
4th season, so that would probably
Holy
mean 4 years, huh? We're
Good
old!
You're such a good mathematician.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we did it for a good 3.5 seasons. Then we just kind of took a break from it. So if you guys have missed the highs and lows, let us know. We can bring it back.
Yeah.
We're going to bring it back today anyway. So do you want to do your highs for the week?
That's why I asked you. All right.
Oh.
Let's see. No, you're fine. My high for the week. My mom came to visit, and
Yay.
we got all of our cabinets painted, and so we've got some drawers for like silverware and stuff, and one of the handles had broke off, like I don't know, the screw just kind of like it didn't have anywhere to thread through anymore or whatever. So anyways, we needed a new handle. And so I was just at Walmart looking, and I found these really pretty gold ones, and I was like, oh, I bet that would look really good with the green. And it did. Well, then all the other handles were like silver, and me and my mom were like, God, these are like, they're expensive to just buy. And my mom's like, I think you could spray paint them. So that's what we did. We spray painted all the handles gold, and it looks so good.
Good.
Yeah, so we got that done. So like now the kitchen's done. She helped me with all my laundry, clean the house a little bit, organize. It was a very productive week.
Good. That's huge.
Yeah, especially like going back to work on Monday. I feel like, got, I don't know, just got caught up on life.
Yeah, that's big. And yeah, and you start your job on Monday.
Yeah.
You excited?
Yes, I think it's going to be a lot. And I feel like they have really high, I don't want to say expectations, but like high hopes for me. So I just really hope I don't let them down.
Well, we will talk about that when we come back from our break. You can give us all the rundown on how things are going there, and if it's meeting your expectations, if you're meeting their expectations. I don't know. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Try not
Yeah.
to stress you out too much right now. So that's good. I cleaned like a madman on Sunday. I cleaned out Porter's room. I drank a Celsius. And you guys, I've told you this before, how I'm kind of sensitive to caffeine. I'm not kind of, like I am pretty sensitive to caffeine.
So
And
before we do this, why were you like, I think I should drink an energy drink?
to be fair, I didn't know it was an energy drink. I thought it was just like tea. I don't read the labels. Apparently, I don't care what it is. It looked
You don't
good. It
read
was
the
like,
labels like you don't read dimensions on things that you purchase.
right. I thought it was like a bubbler kind of
Okay.
thing.
So like
It's
a
the
little
same-
bit of caffeine, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a little bit of a caffeine. I didn't know it was a whole energy drink. Um, okay, let me rewind. I drank one Saturday, and we went to lacrosse because I had to get like new clothes and stuff. And within like 10 minutes of drinking it, all of a sudden Dan looked at me and he's like, "Are you okay? Is the caffeine hitting you already?" And I was like, "I don't know, but this is great." And I was like good to go for the rest of the day, and it was fine. So I thought, okay, let me drink another one on Sunday. And I don't know if this was like a different kind, but I looked at the can afterwards, and there's 200 milligrams of caffeine. That's like 6 Mountain Dews in one little can. I could not sleep until I drank that Sunday. I could not sleep until Wednesday was the first night I got like quality sleep. I was flying. I was seeing sounds. I was smelling colors. I was getting so much done. Like, I can see why you people like energy drinks, because I got a lot done. It was a very productive day, but my heart hurt so bad. I thought, like, you guys, this is so dangerous. Why are you drinking this? It's like promoting to drink it as like a pre-workout kind of thing, like before you work
yeah.
out. How are you doing that? I would honestly explode if I drank that and then went and worked out. It's silly. It's so bad for you. Stop drinking them. Like, I don't know why they're on shelves. It's terrible. Like, have you seen that? I didn't take one tonight, by the way. I'm just all worked up. Did you see that Logan Paul energy drink that he's kind of like marketing towards kids? It's
No.
the same freaking thing. It's the same amount of caffeine, but they're getting mad at Logan Paul for making this energy drink and not these people that are making Celsius that's targeting like
Okay, didn't Celsius
white
have
women.
like didn't Celsius have a lawsuit against them?
Probably. Look at the stuff inside of it. But it tasted really good, and they have like flat flavors, so they're not carbonated, and then they have carbonated flavors. It's honestly, it tastes like a High Noon or like a White Claw without the alcohol. Like, they're so fruity, they don't have a weird aftertaste, they're good, which is where they get you. And it's bad news. They taste good, don't drink them.
Okay, so just to let you know,
Did you try one?
no, I've never had a Celsius.
Oh, okay.
But I know a lot of people that I follow drink them.
Yeah.
And they have they must have a little promo thing going because a lot of hashtag influencers are like promoting it.
Mm-hmm.
But that is making sense because they had, when was this? In January. The company has settled a class action lawsuit over claims about its ingredients. Celsius had promoted its beverages as being free of preservatives, but it contained citric acid. So that's not like the worst thing in the world. I mean,
Yeah.
you shouldn't lie, but
I also saw, I've been seeing TikToks pop up where people are saying it gives them like Ozempic type results,
what's that
which
mean?
is, so it's saying that you can lose weight while drinking this, because I think it speeds up your metabolism, because
Well,
it's an accelerant, so it's speeding everything up. And people are saying like, oh, drink Celsius because you'll lose a lot of weight really fast. Well, like, no shit, you're gonna lose a lot of weight fast because you're flying like a hummingbird everywhere you go.
I kind of want to try one now because I'm not going to lie. I drink energy drinks all the time that have, like, I have the, oh God, I'm not going to be able to say the name. Is it Alani?
Mm-hmm.
Alani New?
Yep.
I've had a couple of those the past few days, and like they are amazing. They've got 200 milligrams, but like
Do they?
I'm not sensitive to caffeine. I think your issue is
I'm
that
a
you're just
special
sensitive.
breed. And
Yeah.
and I also read the can after I dug it out of the garbage can. And it's like, if you're sensitive to caffeine, please don't drink this. Like, put that in bigger
Oh.
font, please.
Yeah, I don't like though that Logan Paul is um marketing towards kids. Like children
Well,
do not need to be having I don't know.
I mean, that's his demographic anyway, so I don't think he's like doing it on purpose. I think that's just who's watching, so indirectly, directly marketing towards kids and
Yeah.
athletes. I don't know. But just be careful of it. Just be mindful, and if you don't read labels like me, that is what it is. So that's my high and low. I felt like a lunatic for a long time,
But you also
and
got a lot done.
I also got a lot done, and it was nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try one sometime. I don't know. Those Alani ones are delicious, and as far as I can tell, they do not have a lawsuit out against them, so that's a plus.
I also just saw that Kim Kardashian partnered with Alani Nu, and she's got a Kim Kim lemonade
All
drink
right,
coming
never
out with
mind.
them. So
Back to my monster.
I used to really like Alani Nu protein powder and stuff. That was good, but I found better stuff. So it's a good.
Oh, I didn't even know they
I
had it.
I think they're like a legit company. I think it's like a women-owned brand and stuff like
Oh,
that.
that's
They have a lot of vitamins and fish oils and things like that too. So
Huh. I've
yeah,
really never heard of them until I saw the energy drinks, but
they're pretty
um,
good.
if the protein powder tastes as good as the energy drinks,
They
although
have
I
a
have, oh, go ahead.
they have a whey protein powder, and then if you're sensitive to whey, they have like a plant-based version as well. And
Okay.
I went to the protein or the plant version just because their whey hurt my stomach a little bit. So it's like a pea powder, I think, as opposed to
A pea powder.
a pea powder instead of
I think that's what most
whey.
vegan ones are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a ice cream sandwich from First Form that I'm working on right now, and it's like delicious on its own. But I kind of got on the kefir train. Do
Did
drink
you?
Kefir? Yeah.
I keep seeing it around, and I'm nervous to try it.
It is not. I don't know what I was expecting when I drank it, but like I drank it and I was like immediately checked the expiration date. And I was like, it's like sour. I mixed it up really well the second time, and then it was a little sour, but like still tasted like that. But anyways, yesterday I been trying to get more protein in, so I made my protein shake, and I made it with half whole milk and then half of the strawberry kefir with the ice cream. Oh my! It was like drinking strawberry ice cream. It was so good.
So kefir, it's not yogurt, but kind
No,
of
it
like
is like
yogurt.
a cultured milk. Um, it. I mean, if
So
you can find it, buy the
it's
milk.
sour like a Greek yogurt, even though it's not
Yes.
yogurt.
Yes.
So it's like a liquid Greek yogurt.
Yeah, maybe.
Kind of?
Here, I'm gonna teach you the difference between kefir and yogurt right now.
Okay. Teach me.
Um, I gotta get to the good stuff. I think it's made with different cultures. I think that's the biggest type. So you can either there's like different strains of cultures, and they use different ones in each one. God, that one had way too much information. Let's see. They both offer health benefits because of the beneficial bacteria they contain. However, kefir may be a better choice and it has a wider variety of microorganisms in it. They're both cultured foods that come from milk. So yeah, I think it's just in how they are cultured. Kefir is like has a higher nutritional value than Greek yogurt would.
Interesting. Is there more protein in kefir than in Greek yogurt?
Um, Oh, this one says yogurt is made with cultured bacteria, where kefir is made with kefir grain that consists of everything needed to ferment the milk. Yeah, man.
So it's like a kombucha version of milk.
Yeah. Here's the there. Someone asked, "Is kombucha better than kefir?" I've never had kombucha. Have you?
Yes.
Is it? I just
An
feel like it would be
acquired
gross.
taste.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
I I've
it's
seen
it's
people
fine.
drink it and like make it, and it just I'm like it just doesn't seem like something I want to eat. Kefir has looks like 8 grams of protein.
Oh, okay. So
I
it's
don't
like
know what.
drinking. Yeah. Okay. But it's mostly for a probiotic, so for your gut
Yes.
health. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see.
So um, it's not bad. It like I've drank it on its own, and it's not bad. But yeah, it was really a lot better, more enjoyable, more palatable in my protein shake.
What was your negative? What was your low for the week?
Um, do you want to go first?
Sure. My child is teething like a madman. I've probably cried more this week than he has. He's just very mean. He's very much a Sour Patch Kid, heavy on the sour.
Yeah, kids are like that sometimes.
And he slaps, he scratches, he pulls my hair, like all these lovely things, and it's not fun. He's been going to bed at like 11 o'clock every night, but he sleeps until like 9. Today he slept until 10. And like, yeah, that's sweet, but then he doesn't nap all day. And
Oh,
so I'm,
then you think he'd go to bed early?
but he doesn't.
Oh. It's like
He
not for
doesn't.
me.
No, not it. He's a night owl, and it's fine.
That's hard.
It's hard. He's got his fangs coming in, and I can only imagine that that's probably the worst. Next to his molars, just how sharp and pointy those are. So he's just constantly chewing on his hands and everything. So trying to do popsicles, but he doesn't love popsicles, which is weird. Giving him like wet washcloths to chew on, things like that. Hates it.
Ugh,
Goldfish. So we're going through a lot of goldfish this week. Like
could be
whatever
worse.
makes you happy and quiet and just sit still for a second, you can have whatever you want.
Yeah, no
It's
doubt.
just survival mode.
Um, Jack's birthday was on Wednesday. I guess I
Yeah.
didn't mention that. That probably should have been my high. Third child problems. But he was like grump all morning. I don't really know why. And then I was like, oh, maybe he can like open up a present before school. And he had just no interest in opening presents or whatever. But Sophia and Joe were like, we want to open presents. We don't. I'm like, it's not your birthday. It is not your birthday. They're not your presents. Well, whatever. We got through school and then we got home and they immediately wanted to open presents again. I'm like, I don't even have his presents wrapped, to be honest with you. So, um, Joe and Sophia helped my mom wrap his presents or whatever, and then he wanted nothing to do with opening them, like
Oh.
nothing. So then I was like, okay, I got him a little skid steer, and I was like, he's gonna love that, so like maybe that'll get him in the mood to open presents. No, he opened that one, and then all he wanted to do was play with the bobcat and wanted like nothing to do with everything else. I was like, oh gosh, sorry kid, but yeah, he had a good birthday. The only toy he cares about right now is his skid loader, and I think he's getting molars in. Um,
Oh.
like he just always has his finger like back in his mouth.
Yeah.
So I think that's why he's been so clingy. Like he always wants me to hold him, which is probably great for my muscles, but it's not great for the head.
Yeah. I feel ya. So
Yeah, that was
happy
probably my low, I guess.
happy kids.
Yeah. Oh, do we want to talk? I feel like we're both on a health journey right now. Do you want to talk about that?
Ah, yes, I
I
would love to talk about my health journey. I don't know
oh,
even where to start. I've been on
oh,
this health journey for a while.
I think
But I
the
think
challenge you're doing is pretty cool though.
yeah, I think I finally hit like my stride of being consistent, which was the hardest part for some reason. I think I was just trying to change so much, so many big things at once. Like around my birthday in December, I did like this elimination diet, which I probably shouldn't have done. So it was like gluten free, dairy free, soy free, and I did that all for like a month, and it was miserable. If you've never gone through a sugar withdrawal or a carb withdrawal in your life, don't. Oh my gosh, that's awful. Uh, like you just feel so sick. Probably great for you, but besides the
I
point,
can't
it's not
believe how
fun.
much um I just started like tracking my food just to kind of get a feel for things.
Yeah.
Carbs are in literally everything. Like
Yeah, tell me about it.
I don't even know how you did that.
Welcome to my gestational diabetes life. I had to count how many cherries I ate
Oh
because
my
of the carbs.
gosh.
I had to cap myself at 12 grapes and 15 cherries, but I couldn't have them at the same time. So that was, oh, sorry, that was gross. I just cracked my knuckles. So yeah, that didn't, I mean, that did something, but I didn't see that as like a long term thing for me. So I just kind of was really diving into like the hormone type thing, and I went to the doctor, and like my doctor was not helpful. She just kind of told me that I had high A1C, which is the type 2 diabetes indicator. And I was kind of thinking that's what it was, just because of like gestational diabetes. You're way more likely to carry that over into type 2 diabetes after your pregnancy. Like it can linger with you. So I had a feeling like the way I was gaining weight and like what I was eating, I felt like that's kind of what was going on. So I went a step further beyond my doctor. I did like a blood test through the company's called Thorne, and I did like a blood saliva test, and then it kind of really broke everything down to see what your levels are like throughout the entire day. So like when you wake up, it checks your cortisol level, which is like your stress hormone. And when you have like PCOS type symptoms, that can really fluctuate throughout the day. So it's important to track like when that spikes, because that also helps you sleep at night. And I wasn't sleeping the best. So I was working out at night, and because that's just what was easiest for me at the time. And when I work out, that would really elevate my cortisol levels, which would result in me not sleeping well at night. So I switched from working out in the evenings to getting up early in the mornings and doing it before Porter wakes up, and to kind of work with my natural like how my cortisol level should have been. I had so before I did this blood test, I was like really watching like my carb intake again and kind of eating like how I was when I had gestational diabetes. And by the time I took that blood test a couple weeks later, my A1C was under control again, which was pretty cool. So then that kind of pointed me in the right direction, like, yeah, this is the path that you are going down. So I monitor my carbs, and if I do eat carbs, I eat protein with it, and I try to eat a lot of protein right away in the morning, and like all these different. I'm really mindful of like my protein intake, how much water I'm drinking, and that I don't really drink anything with like calories in it. So I drink like if I need a carbonated drink, I'll drink like a Coke Zero, which is probably not the best. Otherwise, I drink these sodas called Zevias,
Hmm.
and there's no sugar in there except for like the Zevia, which is like a splendid type of sugar. It's not like real sugar, it's like the fake sugar, whatever. But it keeps my blood sugar in check. So just mindful of what I drink in that sense. And then just staying consistent with working out and what kind of workouts I've been doing. I do a lot of strength training, and I started doing Pilates to really focus on my pelvic floor health, which I felt was Winnie's tail is here.
Hi,
I
Whitney.
felt was trash during and after pregnancy. It was never strong. So working on that to work on my core. I do Peloton rides. I do a lot of stretching, a lot of mindful activities like meditating just to like again keep my stress under control. So things like that. And I've been working with a trainer, same trainer that I've had for a long time, and he's the gym that he runs. They're doing 100 workout challenge. From July until the end of the year, you try to get 100 workouts in before the end of the year. So I started doing that. I just finished workout number 7 this morning. And yeah, so just kind of building up this foundation and finding out, like, the biggest thing for me was I was so worried and focused on what's wrong with me instead of just being consistent with my good habits and my choices. So I was like, well, it could be this, and the best way to fix this is by doing X, Y, and Z instead of just being, you know, mindful of what I'm eating. And then also, like, I started making a lot of my meals at home, so I can keep an eye on like what I'm adding into it, so I don't add like a lot of sugars into my dinners. I try to keep it like a good protein and vegetables with like a little bit of a starch or a carb on the side, and eat like eating in a certain order. So I always try to eat like my vegetables first, followed by the protein, and then do a carb if I'm still hungry afterwards. Things like that too. So it's just a lot of things that are like sound like they're easy, but they're really hard to do consistently. Yeah. So I feel like right now I'm just kind of in that stride of being consistent, and I'm starting to see like my body change, which is awesome. Cool. So that's my health journey. It's not a fun one, but it is what it is. So
I'm glad though. I feel like at this point you're making the progress. Like you're not still trying to figure out.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm sure things will come up and stuff, but like for the most part you kind of know what you need to do.
Yeah. And like the only thing that makes me nervous is getting pregnant again and having to redo this whole thing. Because I mean, it like Porter will be 2 in August, so it's taken me this long to figure things out, but I'm hoping like now that I know what I know, I won't have to sit there afterwards and just kind of like spin my wheels and try to figure it out, and I can just continue with these good habits through if there is another pregnancy and like keep going and staying on this path. So fingers crossed. Yeah. That's and what it is.
You're probably setting yourself up better too, just because you know like chances are is a pretty high chance that you would get gestational diabetes again, or like I mean now you know that it's a chance, so like you'll obviously prevent it.
Yeah, right? And I think you get tested earlier on, okay, with your next pregnancy, and like with my hemorrhage and stuff, I have to get my blood levels checked a lot sooner, and that kind of thing too. So I think if I find like a better iron supplement, and if I find, you know, all these different better quality things, and change how I eat, like change my proteins to a more iron dense diet, I think that would be better for me in the long run. But yeah, I think with the diabetes thing, I think they just check you earlier, just so if you do have it again, they can catch it earlier and it won't escalate. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a future me problem. Yeah. Anyway, how is yours going? What made you start?
I feel like I don't know how to follow up on yours.
I know. Mine's very dramatic.
I think when I was at the dairy, I was just so active that I never really had to worry about what I was eating and drinking. And since I stopped working there, I mean, I'm still active, but not at the level I was. And like slowly everything just starts fitting tighter, and like can't button your jeans, you know, like it just kind of. And I kept saying, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to start working out. And I don't know, I never did. Like, I don't know what it was. And I think, I don't know. So with starting this new job, I'll be traveling a couple days a week. And I do not want to get into the habit of, like, stopping for fast food for lunch. I want to be able to pack my own lunch. Or if I do stop at, like, a Quick Trip or something, you know, like getting something healthy for me, something that is going to fuel my body and not just make me like bleh. So I think the big thing for me is not necessarily working out more. I mean, I'm trying to get like more movement in and stuff, but focusing on nutrition is a little bit more important to me just because that's a little bit easier to control because like no matter what, I'm going to eat something. So yeah, I just Amber says it's a cult, but I downloaded the first form app.
Oh God, I'm gonna piss off so many people.
Um, I don't know what it was. I've looked at other like trainers and stuff, and like no offense to anyone that listens to this that's a trainer, but I think I just needed, I don't know, I needed to, I don't want to say have a stranger, but like I don't want anyone to sugarcoat shit for me, like, and maybe they won't, I don't know. But anyway, so I downloaded the app. I got assigned like a random trainer, and at first I was like, okay, I don't like it's a guy, and I was like, I kind of would want like a woman that's had kids that like understands more, but I don't know. I haven't switched yet. Like the guy's, he seems super chill. He's got a kid of his own, like so he's at least got a wife, and he kind of knows. But yeah, he's been pretty straightforward and stuff like that. So that's where the first couple days I was just focusing on like water and working out and stuff, not necessarily my food. I mean, I was, but I wasn't tracking it or anything. And then he's like, you should really track your food, like see where your macros are and stuff like that. And I was like, okay. So I started, and like one, you don't imagine how many carbs are in food. Mm-hmm. Like I had some pretzels with lunch today because I just wanted something a little bit salty. And it's like 12 pretzels was like 400 some calories, like blew up my carb level for the day. And I was just like, it's a pretzel. Like, I couldn't believe it. So, it's been good. It's been like eye opening just to kind of think of that kind of stuff, and then also kind of keeping track of that protein because I know that's really important to get in. And I always thought I ate a lot of protein, but once you start tracking it, like it's like, oh no, I'm really not. So yeah, I'm. I can't say like my whole life is going to change. I've only been doing it since I think Monday is kind of when I started. But I'm hoping that I can kind of continue through with it. And then once I start work, kind of get on a better schedule of like what I'm packing for lunches and just kind of keeping hydrated and stuff on the road. I got like a really big lunchbox so that I can kind of keep a couple bottles of water cold and stuff. Yeah. I don't like warm water, and I don't want to have to stop and like buy water all the time. And I've got just some supplements to boost things. I got the greens. I told you that this morning. They were not as bad as I expected. I bought greens back in the day. I was with Advocare. Do you remember that?
I do. Talk about another cult.
No doubt. I got like a settlement thing from them like years after I stopped because I don't know, they had some class action and I got like $300. I was like, all right.
Wow.
Yeah. The only product I used from them was Spark, but then I don't know if they changed it or what. My stomach started hurting, so we just stopped buying it. But I had gotten greens from them when it like started to become popular because I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like get in shape and stuff. I couldn't even smell it. Like I threw that thing away so fast. That was a waste of money. But so then my trainer, I don't know if he's really a trainer, my mentor, whatever he is. He suggested, because I told him I have a lot of problems with like bloat and stuff like that. Like I'm pretty skinny, like my arms and my legs are skinny, but it's just like my stomach. And he's like, the greens like probably could help you out with that if you want to try taking them. And I was like, how bad do they actually taste? Like, please be honest with me. He's like, I'm not gonna lie, they have an earthy flavor. I was like, so they taste like trash. But he suggested taking them with orange juice, and that's what I did today. I just mixed it with orange juice and I just chugged it, and then it wasn't that bad. But yeah, so I've got that, and then I've got some electrolytes that I've been drinking from Melaleuca that I really like, and I've been taking it's like the Emergency, but it's Melaleuca's brand. I think it's just like immune support, but it's a bunch of vitamin C, so I drink that every morning. And knock on wood, I really haven't gotten sick, besides my allergies, since I started taking that. But I think the big thing that like I knew I needed to change was when I got strep the second time. Because I felt like we had been sick for an entire month, and I was like, I thought I was taking care of myself, but I was like, clearly I'm not if I am getting sick this easily. So that was kind of a wake up call for me. That's when I started getting the wellness box and stuff like that. And then slowly but surely, we're just making good habits and hopefully
Yeah.
changing my life.
Yeah, I think the most beneficial thing I did was like do small steps at a time and then just build off of those small steps. So like making dinner at home, like something as easy as that, make dinner every single night instead of, scrambling or like come up with a plan every single Sunday or Monday, whatever it is, come up with a dinner plan for the week and then get your groceries on like Sunday morning or whatever and just stay with that routine so then you know what you're having every single night of the week and then you can have leftovers for lunch and blah blah blah. That was kind of like the easiest place for me to start was just find recipes for the entire week. And then once I got that mastered, it's like, okay, what can I swap this snack for? What can I swap? Like my pretzels, what can I swap that with that's going to have like that crunch that I want? So I get like, this sounds super stupid, but I get like veggies and I chop them up and I have them in like a container. So it's like a little veggie tray that I can just grab that's already cut up for me. So then you don't have to like hassle with opening a bag of carrots and like getting those out. It's
No,
like all in one spot.
that is so
And
true. Even with like fruits and vegetables,
yeah,
I try to
having
wash them right away.
washed and prepped. Yeah.
Otherwise, you don't eat them. They sit in your fridge, and
Yep.
then they're garbage.
Yep. And like swapping out like a ranch dressing for making like your own with Greek yogurt and dill or whatever
Don't
else.
say that.
I know.
I haven't gotten that far yet.
Also, check your orange juice because there's a lot of carbs in orange juice. I found that out when I was pregnant. I craved orange juice like crazy, and they have like
Really?
a trop 50, and it's like it's not the same, but it's close enough.
Better. I mean, yeah, it's just I need something to mask the taste. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
had 8 ounces of it. It was 2 grams of protein, 26 grams of carbs,
Yeah.
1 gram
Orange
of
juice
fat.
got me good. I would wake up like at 3 o'clock in the morning and run to my fridge and chug orange juice.
I'm
It's
at
so bad.
I'm at negative 60 grams for my carbs today, and I haven't eaten dinner yet, so everything else I'm doing pretty good on. But
Yeah.
yeah, so maybe I stopped and grabbed orange juice from Quick Trip because I knew that the greens were coming today, and I did not want to try them with just water.
That's
So maybe
fair.
I'll try the Trop 50 or find a better alternative for it. But yeah, I didn't realize
Yeah.
that. It's just like carbs, I think like pasta and bread. But
They
it's
sneak
like,
up on
it's
ya.
literally everything. Yeah.
Everything.
So I think it's kind of,
yeah.
I don't want to track my food forever because like it's annoying to do that. But I think
that's
by doing
unhealthy
it,
too.
yeah, I think by doing it just to get a sense of actual nutritional value in things, like I've never thought about that kind of stuff. So I think I'm gonna do it for like, I don't know, maybe a week or two, or at least look things up a little bit closer to see what I'm doing.
Yeah, I think that would be good. I started that Facebook group like around harvest last year, like an accountability group. So I wonder if we should start that back up again.
We should.
Yeah, it was sharing recipes and stuff and just like checking in and making sure everybody, if you were on like this health journey, that you're doing okay, or if you needed help with something. It was just a little nice support group. I think that was under my Cranberry Chats Facebook page. So
Yeah, you
maybe
should post in there
look
for
for
you
it
back.
on there. Yeah, yeah, we should do that. Okay. Anyway,
All right.
Anyway.
I feel like, well, we've been talking for 45 minutes.
I'm getting hungry.
Me too. Now we've been talking about food. I don't meal prep. I don't know what we're eating. We do have leftover roast, so
There you go. Get that protein in.
yeah. I'm not eating any more carbs today.
Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with us again today. And we'll be back sometime in August, maybe September. I don't know. We'll see how Becca's job is going. So we can check back in with you guys. But let us know if you want some old episodes to resurface again so we don't have to dig through the list. Let us know. We can bump that to the top. I don't know how to do that yet, but we're going to figure it out.
Yep.
So if there's something you want to hear, or, moving forward, if there's something else you want to hear us talk about, or if you have a guest idea for us, let us know because we're always open for ideas and suggestions from you guys. Whatever you guys want, we're here to make your ears happy.
Oh, that was cheesy.
It was. Speaking of cheese, that's a good source of protein too. Get cheese sticks.
I do have cheese sticks. The kids eat them, but I enjoy them too. Like cheese sticks and beef sticks, I could just.
Yes,
I think that's a good snack. But then I like that little bit of crunch. Combo. So I gotta find something.
Throw some carrots in there.
Maybe the pretzel thins are a better option. Those are pretty good too.
They are. Anyway.
Anyways, okay. So, while we will not be doing new episodes on here, you can still hang out with us on like social media. We'll still be around. You can find Amber at Cranberry Chats. I'm at Becca Hilby on all the platforms. Or find us on our podcast at Forward Farming Podcast on. You'd think I'd be better at this by now. On Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Mm-hmm. Follow Forward Farming Podcast. Someone's knocking at my door again.
Anyway.
Can you hear that?
Thank you guys. I can, yeah. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you sometime.
Bye.